Hey yo, hey! I wanted to come on here and just do my makeup with you guys. I saw this look that Serena page posted. Let me show you the picture. Like this super smoky eye, but what drew my attention to it was the inner corner with the silver. I thought that was super cute. Wanted to give it a shot and do it with you guys on camera. To start off, I'm gonna be using my Bioma Milky Hydrating Toner. I've done my skincare earlier today. I had on sunscreen. I had used hypochlorous acid this morning, but that was a couple hours ago. So just to refresh my skin, I'm using a milky toner, making sure to not get it on my eyes. I low-key got it on my eyebrows. I shouldn't have done that, but it's okay. I'm also going to prep my lips using my Topicals Slick Salve lip gloss. To prime, I'm going in with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I am going to apply this with a brush. And while that sets into my face just for a few minutes, I wanted to talk to you guys about just like makeup in general. And obviously, if you guys know my channel or if you're subscribed, I haven't posted in like I think 2 years, but I'm back and I just want to have fun again on YouTube and on the internet. Like I just feel like the internet got not fun for a while, but I'm like, this is my social media. Like that sound actually did something to my brain chemistry. I'm like, this is truly my social media. Why am I acting like this is a job where I have like requirements and I have to show up a certain way? I can show up however I want. And I also think when it comes to like makeup on YouTube is a dying art, and I love YouTube makeup. I love, makeup YouTube makeup. I always love that. That's one of my favorite categories of video to watch. And I also feel like in the world of like massive influencers, everybody has so much makeup. And I'm not saying no, send me no PR. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that you can still have fun with makeup with your limited collection. For a while, I was broke. That's just the tea there, and I could not afford to buy any makeup. But for my birthday this year, I took myself on a Sephora shopping spree and I spent $500. That was a lot, but I was like, it's been years since I've purchased makeup. Let me go and have some fun. If y'all want a makeup collection video, let me know. It's literally on the corner of my desk. I don't have that much makeup, but I'm slowly building my collection back up. But in the meantime, I want to have fun. When I see a look, I want to try and do it with what I've got. I think we've had this sitting for long enough and we can get into, let's do brows first. I have been thinning out my eyebrows recently, and before this I never touched them, but I use like razors and I shave them. Her eyebrows in the picture, they're dark but they're kind of blocky. I personally have liked doing my eyebrows with eyeshadow, so I'm using my Morphe palette. This is the Underslated palette, and I'm gonna use the color Totally Timeless. She has completely different brows than me. I'm not trying to completely get her look, just the essence of it. And I still haven't found a way that I like to do my brows. It's probably the one part of my makeup that I don't love. Now I'm gonna take my Tower 28 concealer in the color SB. This concealer is quite nice, although on me it does crease. I've seen people say it doesn't crease, but maybe everything creases on me, I don't know. But I'm taking this little tiny brush here. I have a whole brush set that I'll link for you guys. I'm using only brushes from that set. Once I carve them out, I just take my concealer brush almost immediately. Also, wearing a white shirt was not the move, but you live and you learn. Next, I'm going to be taking Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Tint Foundation, and I am in the shade 13. Ooh. I'm going to use this flat top foundation brush because I want a bit of a higher coverage, even though this is not foundation. the look that she has is completely full glam, it seems. And this product is just so nice. Y'all saw how that went on? Real nice. I always need the most coverage on the outsides of my face. That's where I have the most hyperpigmentation. This foundation is so nice. So nice. I want to try and do a bit of a more high coverage under eye. I only have 2 concealers and one of them is almost done. But in my opinion, her under eyes are not very bright. I'm going to go in first with the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer. I'm not sure if they still have this formula, but this was really tea when it came out. This is in the color 38P. But one thing about this concealer, work quick. This shit is going to... Oh, and I have no brushes ready. Okay. This shit is going to dry down and just not move. So I work quick with this. Now, obviously, Serena's nose is snatched, but I do not do nose contour at all. So I'm going to take my Say bronzer. This is in the darkest color. I'm going to take my dense contour brush, and honestly, her look is not very bronze. It's really not bronze. It's quite contoured. And her forehead honestly looks a little bronzy. But I'm mostly just going to stick to my usual bronze and contour routine. I'm going to do a little bit on the sides of my nose, but like her nose is snatched. I cannot do that. And I think it looks stupid on me too. Maybe I need somebody to do it for me, but I quite like my nose. I just like to add a little bit of color to it, but not actually change the shape. I'm also going to do a blush. Her blush is kind of pinky. I don't have many blushes, so I'm going to work with what I've got. I've got this Say Dew blush in the color Dreamy. Using that and a blush brush. I'm just going to tap that in. I've got one more concealer because I do think that her eyes, it's a little brighter than mine right now. And I'm going to use the Maybelline Lifter Concealer. I have no idea what color this is. I'm honestly not a fan of this concealer, but I think it will do the job. Really not somebody who does a bright under eye, but they are so fun. Sephora concealer again. I'm going to highlight other parts of my face that I feel like on her are quite highlighted. I'm going to actually let it sit. Let's do that first. Let's let this sit a little bit. Well, no, I actually put this on, so I have to let this one blend out because it will get stuck. My forehead, I'll do the forehead now too because that's also the Sephora Best Skin. That looks kind of nice. My forehead's a little small, so it kind of could use some highlighting more often. And then going back in with my bronzer brush just to kind of get the edges. That looks nice. Especially on camera, it looks nice. Yay! As we wait for this to sit, I feel like makeup is having a revival. I think since 2020, we have been on like a clean girl kick, and it's always been like this natural, dewy, blushy kind of look, this like glowing from within. But I do feel like entertainment and fashion has brought a revival of makeup. Just recently, just seeing Zendaya's press tour for The Odyssey and Spider-Man, honestly, in her whole career, I haven't really seen her wear this much makeup. She had that one blue look that was a smoky blue eye. It was beautiful. And then she had the white matte inner corner eye that went viral. And I just feel like these moments are showing that we're having a shift in beauty on the runway, beauty and entertainment, and that's going to trickle down to beauty for us. And I'm excited because, bro, I need to see a wing when I go outside. I need someone to have at least a wing on. But do what you like. Do what you like always. With this, I'm also kind of going for a reverse contour on the nose just to kind of give it something. And whatever I take up here, I'm going to blend it into my inner corner. Going in with my foundation brush, we're just gonna get rid of the harsh lines. I need to up my powder game, but for now, all I have to work with are a few powders here. For under my eyes, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Bright Under Eye Powder in the color Cinnamon. This is a pressed under eye powder. rubbing that on. Also, this color is not very brightening. It's been marketed as like when you think about your Fenty foundation shades, this is the color that they recommend for like the 400. They fall under like 420, 430 depending on the season. In my opinion, that like is completely not brightening. Like it's just my same skin color, which is fine. It's gonna work for this look, but I definitely need to go up a shade. And I like this powder. I think it's really nice. Like I'm a fan of it. I also like a pressed powder. Look how smoothing. My skin just got like airbrushed. I'm gonna also apply that powder up here because her face is matte. Like I don't see any glow on this makeup. And to really get that look, we're gonna set everything that we've done so far with powders. I'm gonna use my Sephora Micro Smooth all over face powder in the color 65. Powder brush from that kit. Honestly, matte skin is kind of cute. This is eating. I usually don't go for like a matte look, but I'm obsessed right now. I also have the Fenty Beauty Invisimatte. I love this powder. This is matte as fuck. Like if you are an oily person and you need to like whatever, if you're bringing it with you, this is perfect. But especially like if you want to just really mattify some areas, I get a little more glow here. I'm using this sparingly because this shit is, like I said, matte. I'm gonna also like set my eyebrow. Looking good. Okay. For blush, what powder blush do I own? I just have one. I've had it for honestly too long. It's a Maybelline Fit Me powder in the color Wine. That looks so pretty. I love this color. Honestly, Maybelline has such good products. I need to get back into my drugstore bag. And I'm going to also set my bronzer with the Fenty Beauty Cocoa Naughty bronzer. But we're going to be quite light because, again, I don't think her face has that much bronzer. This is a product I've had for years. This is the Sephora collection. It's a matte waterproof shadow and liner stick in the color 24 Dark Brown Matte. But I think this could be a good base. So putting that on my lid, but I'm gonna blend it because this shit does dry down. You could also use your fingers. Just building up the color by adding 2 layers. And take this product. And I'm connecting it back up for like a slight V. We are going to have a wing in this look that I'm just already kind of winging everything out if I can. I'm so happy that half my face is cut off because I'm making the worst faces on the planet. But I'm going to go back in with my Morphe palette and use the same color I use on my eyebrows and a crease brush, any sort of fluffy brush. I'm going to like kind of set my eye with this as well as blend it upwards just a little bit. And actually looking at her makeup, I feel like hers is slightly warmer in tone than mine. Mine's kind of going really cool. I'm going to take some Mocha Mommy from Fenty Beauty. It's a bronzer. It has a very red hue to it. And I just think on the eyes, it's a very warm brown. Putting that on the top of the crease, like the highest point of this little dark area, but not extending it up to my brow bone at all. It's the Infinity Long Wear Liner in the color Outer Space. I am the worst at doing my eyeliner on camera, y'all. Something about, I just can't see. I wear glasses. That's probably what it is. But I need to move in way closer to my mirror here. And sometimes if my hands are like dirty or something, I'll take like a makeup brush and I'll use it to hold my eye down. Getting the lash line as dark as possible. And also putting it on the lash line. Quite messy. We're going all the way in the inner corner. But you see the difference that that liner has made? I feel like there's a pretty big difference in both of the eyes. Like this one versus this one. Is that just me? But I'm seeing a big difference in the drama. And then even going in with the Fenty Beauty bronzer again. Where the hell I put that? For that little bit of the warmth that I see under her eye. Oh my god, my eyes. Ow. Now we just blend everything. This needs to be blended heavy. Cute, 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 cute. One of the biggest parts of this look, in my opinion, is the inner corner eyeliner is sharp. So taking my taking my Sephora liquid eyeliner, it's the 12-hour Intense Ink Felt Liner in the darkest color. This is dark. This is deep black. I'm going to start lining the top lash line. And we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. Wish me luck. And for the funnest, most fun part of the look, we are going to go in with another Sephora product that I've had for years. This is another shadow stick of theirs in the color Silver Glitter. Literally perfect for this look. Wow, that's bright. That is actually quite fucking bright. Oh, I kind of overdid it, but that's okay. It's still super cute. Okay, y'all, we're getting somewhere. I do want to darken up my under eye because I just feel like hers is so much darker than mine. Like, I don't know why I keep blending it out to nothing. But let's add some more eyeliner. I think I'm done with the eyes. I don't want to do too much because I'm kind of going, now it's almost giving, now it's literally giving Black Swan. I am going in with mascara. I am using the Dior Waterproof Over Volume Mascara. This mascara is actually that girl. I know people talk about how expensive it is, but truly, I tell you, it is a great mascara. I mostly got the waterproof just for the packaging. I love that it's silver, but it truly does not come off. It's almost too waterproof. I am a fan of a chunky lash look. I think it looks so good. I'm gonna comb through my lashes. This is on the first coat. When it dries a little bit. Do y'all see the difference between the first coat on this eye and the second coat? Mascara is tea. And then we can do our bottoms. And we're not applying the mascara on the lashes over the silver. We want that to stay super sharp, super bright. This is honestly giving Onigairu a little bit, but I'm going to clean off my lips from doing all of that makeup. I'm going to be taking my only lip liner I have. This is the Morphe lip pencil in Trendsetter, and I feel like her lips were heavily lined. And her liner seemed like it was a cooler tone. So I'm going to actually use some of the eyeshadow stick that I have. Because it's a very cool tone brown. And then so that that doesn't move around too much, I am going to take my powder brush and my Invisimatte powder. And just set it. And for the lip, I'm going to use this little teeny tiny sample from the birthday Sephora gift. This is Tower 28's Lip Oil in Pistachio. Because her lip doesn't seem... It's a little pinky, but it's not too opaque. And this is the final look, guys. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed sitting with me and just playing with some makeup. I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!